With Father Winter's powdery ejaculate piled up all across New England, and more certainly on its way, it appears we're in for a rougher season of snowfall than previous years. And once again, we're also reminded of just how many discourteous motorists that the region's handed driving licenses over to. If you go outside after a snowstorm and spare the 10 or so minutes it takes to clear the snow off your car before heading out, congratulations. You've passed one of society's few litmus tests. There's also a likelihood that you bring your shopping carts back to the nearest cart corral and rewind your VHS cassettes before dropping them off in the Blockbuster rental return depository. You're among the few, the proud, the socially considerate. If you're the opposite and can't be bothered to remove any more snow than what's gathered on your door handle, windows, and just enough to see through your windshield, you're not to say a bad person, just a miserably lazy one. Those with enough misbegotten pride might say, I don't care what people think about me seeing the small ski slope on the roof of my car. Yeah, you're already kind of cluing people into everything they need to know about you if you appear to be a fully capable human being making less than adult decisions like that. There are few things more obnoxious than driving behind someone who decided to leave intact a tower of snow on top of their vehicle. The worst offenders are by far younger drivers, who with each passing generation are ever less inclined to do something of social selflessness without an expectation of anything in return. And also men who drive work vans and trucks, who like that the vehicle gives them the appearance of a hard worker, while most truck beds seem to remain a pristine sleeping beauty, until a blizzard fills them with snow. Look at that! Your truck is finally hauling something, and it's the asshole behind the wheel. I don't know if you're too chicken shit or hungover from last night's White Claw bender to muster the enthusiasm for the task, but stop being a Toyota Prius about it and be built Ford tough, brother. Oh, you can't reach the roof of your 8-foot-tall utility van? Get a step stool, labia lips. It's really not about the snow sifting off the roof and sugarcoating the cars behind them that's the issue. It's when people leave it there to freeze into a salt slab of ice that gets broken apart by the wind and thrown from the top at people's windshields. I can give the elderly a pass since it can prove pretty treacherous out there for fragile hips and joints. But after a certain age, there's probably good enough reason for you to not be on the road in the first place. Am I doing this as advocacy for the state laws that say you have to do it? No. It's not something you should do to just avoid a ticket. Though if there's any measures you can take to not get pulled over, doing so seems a no-brainer. Which the term no-brainer is better used these days for describing a person's poor capacity for making good choices than a thing that's easy to do or not to do to facilitate convenience in daily life. No, you really get nothing in return for doing the right thing oftentimes. And the way people have been led to believe that that's not fair, and why should I do this if it's no benefit to me? Because it benefits others who you share a species and public roads with. And all you give of yourself to achieve that is a moment of effort, which, don't worry, won't put you miles behind in the rat race. When it's not the snow, it's seemingly more people than ever not using their signals before turning. Remember the meme when it was just Audi and BMW drivers not thinking to use their directionals to let those behind them know, hey, gonna turn soon. Here's your chance to prepare to slow down so neither of us cause an accident. Well, that's really any make or model these days. Head up the ass disease spreads like COVID and sticks around like herpes. Too many people huffing their own self-importance because it's uneasy to accept that the world doesn't revolve around them. The amount of entitlement to avoid doing the right thing is only reinforced by the entitlement to suffer no consequence for willing ignorance or wrongdoing. With the snow bound to get worse this winter, all I'm asking is...
Pretty please, with sugar on top. Clean the fucking car.